Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It's the Audrey Wiggins Show.
Executive producer, Altogether Marketing. Our host and star, Audrey Wiggins. Our guest today, Carl Ewing, president of the Association of African American Cultural Gardens.
One of the most fundamental parts of doing business on the web is keeping your customers' information safe. Fear of hacking and other security breaches still makes a lot of people jittery about disclosing their credit card numbers and other private information online, like their home address and telephone number. And if they suspect that it could be compromised when they make a transaction on your site, they're going to take their business elsewhere. That's why you need an SSL certificate for your website.
Our guest today is Carl Ewing, and he's the president of the Association of the African American Cultural Gardens.
That's correct.
Okay, make sure we got that right there. But Carl, thanks again for being you're a friend of our show. The association is a friend of our Audrey Wiggins show. So I'm glad to have you back here today and to talk about the Gardens Association and what's coming up and what's been going on. So if you just want to give us an update or a synopsis of the past, present, future.
Yeah, that's great. Well, first of all, I want to start by thanking you so much for having me back again.
Absolutely.
It's indeed a pleasure to be on your show as always.
Thank you.
Well, since we last met, we've gone through sort of a transition, you might say, and a restructuring which took place at the end of last year. And we instituted 3 R's: the reorganizing, the regenerizing, and also the rebranding.
So you want to expound upon the 3 R's?
Well, in particular, the reorganization dealt with, we thought we needed some more stability. So we set about instituting new boards.
Okay.
We had our board of directors, well that's the last, but foremost our honorary board, our advisory board, then followed by our board of directors, which is the leadership role of our organization.
Okay. So what is the actual purpose for each of those boards?
Well, we saw we needed stability. We saw that we needed to have more community involvement. The most important thing was to get persons that were representative of the community.
Okay.
And those that had great leadership skills. And that was something that we desperately needed. Yeah, so we set about doing that. And it's been a very exciting adventure to say the least.
Great. And what about the re-energizing?
Re-energizing, a whole new look. We had to really instill upon our association members the drive, the desire to get our garden completed. And it starts with that re-energizing, getting people really involved.
And excited.
And excited about being a part of the association.
Well, that's gone. You got not gone on, but your 3 R's are in place. So you're moving forward, you got the foundation, so it's building upon that.
And then also along with that was the new look.
Okay.
The
rebranding.
The rebranding.
Yes.
We have a whole new concept, our letterhead, any of our literature, anything that goes out, it gives that warm, exciting feeling with it. And coupled with that, our new theme.
Okay, what's the new
theme? The new theme is we learn from our past as we live in the present to secure our future.
Oh, wow. Say that again.
We learn from our past as we live in the present to secure our future.
Okay.
And that came to represent what the garden structure was all about. The 3 phases: the past, the present, and the future.
So I imagine you have some campaigns coming up, or what's been
Absolutely.
What's been
going on? We've been very busy, as I said, since we last met. We had this year, it's been exciting. It was just, I can't explain it enough, the level of excitement.
Yeah.
What we had started off, first of all, was with our new look at the garden itself. We started with our cleanup structure.
Okay.
So what we did was we went out to the community. We got those persons that also want to buy into the concept of the new approach. So we started at the college levels. We went to Cleveland State, Case Western Reserve, Kent State, all of these colleges, and we got this group that were so entrenched and wanted to get the new image look that they started the cleanup campaign. They had groups coming over at various times throughout the spring, really refurbishing and giving the garden this new look.
Wow.
And it was very exciting, to say the least. And sometimes tiring, but
that's work.
The fruits of our labor were certainly seen.
Absolutely.
Okay, and also going forward, we had to get campaigns. We had to get things that got the community involved. So we created what we call a faith-based and a community liaison committee. The community liaison was that we went to certain businesses within the city to get them to buy into the idea. Places such as Chipotle's over on the college scene, which is what we got them involved in the respect that they gave us a date. And anything sold on that particular date, we were able to reap some of the benefits from it, and the percentage-wise, and that certainly helped. That was one of the ways.
Okay.
And then our faith base is that we created a committee that went out to the churches within the community, because again, the churches are the backbone of our whole structure as a black people. So we have a person that's gone out and connected with these churches and got them to buy into the concept of the garden, their garden. And that's been very exciting.
Okay, so that's something that's ongoing?
Ongoing, it's an ongoing, yes. Yes, Audrey, I want to make sure that I mention another one of our fundraising campaigns, and it's called Pulling a Tab for the Gardens.
Oh.
You know, there are tabs on top of cans, whether it be soda, beer, soup, any kind of thing, those small little tabs. And simply pull that off and put it in a little bag and just save that, and then contact the association, and we'll be more than happy to come by and pick that up, because all of that goes toward our fundraising efforts as well. So we would encourage everyone to pull a tab for the gardens.
Oh, I like that. Pull a tab for the gardens. Okay, thanks, Carl.
This past summer, we had a major campaign, and this was announced through our Juneteenth celebration, which we had on this past June the 16th, down at the site. And we instituted our 2020 campaign.
Oh, okay. I just happen to have, an envelope here for the campaign.
Yes, and the 2020 campaign is, because it's an ongoing event, we're asking the citizens of the city of Cleveland, in particular, we have over 100,000 black citizens within the Cobb County area. And we've asked that if they can themselves, while not everyone can write a large check,
correct,
we want to make sure that everyone was included in this campaign. There's nothing more important than to have people realize that they're part of something, that they help to make this grow. And so we started out with something as small as the 2020 campaign, where we asked someone to write a check or give $20.20 and send that in through our envelopes we created. And we asked organizations to do the same. And you cannot think of there being, I only want large amounts.
Correct.
Every amount, every monies that you raise, no matter how large or small, all add up.
That's right. That's right.
And we ask if that person tells another person, and then another person, you get 3 of your friends, and they get 3 of their friends. You would be surprised how it grows.
And I see they can go to the website as well, or when you're out and about, we have the envelopes. You can send a fundraising packet out to people, so that address is AAACG.org. So AAACG at .org.
And then they can also call our phone number, which is area code 216-509-6427.
Okay. Can we repeat that one more time?
Again, that number is area code 216-509-6427.
Okay, great. So either way, they can make that donation, and we can all be a part of this. And of course, you're a 501c3 organization, so everything is in order. So make sure we're supporting great organization.
And the most important thing, that we're completely transparent.
Okay.
So everyone knows exactly just where all monies are going.
Great. I know this has been a long journey, but very exciting journey, because that whole area over there is just beautiful when you drive through there.
Yes, it is. I to be honest, I think I probably eat, live, and sleep at the cultural gardens. It's my passion.
You need to get a job, girl.
No, this is indeed my job. I retired from the money earning part of my career, 18 years ago, and the last 7 years I've been very, very involved.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know this isn't related to the gardens, but you mentioned that retirement and having something to do, having a real purpose.
Absolutely.
So you keep your youth.
Oh, forever young. And I live by this cell phone. There's more things that I would miss in the past, but I use this religiously, so I make sure that I'm on time for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I'm glad to see you've embraced technology.
Yes, but
a certain extent.
Yes,
certain level.
Yes,
a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can't encourage you enough to our listeners and viewers to really check out the African American Cultural Gardens.
Okay.
It's a diamond in the rough.
And what can we do now at the gardens?
Well, right now, we just finished our One World Day, which was a time of, and this is probably the saddest part of the whole season, is because this is the grand finale of all gardens. You know, when you have the One World Day, when all the 32 gardens come together for a festive time, it also marks maybe sort of the conclusion of the season outside for the garden, but we are still steadfastly doing things on the inside.
Okay, so how can we engage? How can we engage on the inside then?
Well,
throughout the winter months.
The winter months we have just stay tuned to the website because we keep a calendar and it's always abreast. But more importantly, we ask that join us. Come out and join the association. You would be very, very, very excited about it. And I know one of the major things that we have this winter will be our Kwanzaa celebration, which takes place on December 26th. Okay. So again, check out and keep up to date on the website. But prior to that, our major fundraiser will take place on Saturday, October the 13th.
Okay, so what's the thing for that?
That is our Black Tie Affair. Ooh. You know, we wine and dine and we raise money and we ask everyone bring their wallets or checkbooks with them.
Absolutely.
So that they can make a donation. All this money, again, which, as you stated, we are a 501c3, and all of this money goes towards the building of the garden. Okay. And that will be held on Saturday, as I said, October 13th, at the Intercontinental Hotel on the campus of Cleveland Clinic.
Okay. So we need to tune into that website, AAACG.org. So we can see that calendar of events, we can make donations, and we can also become a member.
Absolutely. And through membership, we also have on a quarterly basis, we have our newsletter, which we have a very energetic public relations team as well, headed by Charlotte Brown. Okay. And we make sure that we get things out and everything's chronicled. So I'm kept abreast as to what's going on.
Well, I'm excited that you came back, to share with us, updating us what's going on over at the African American Cultural Gardens and Association. So glad to keep abreast of that. We're going to tune into that website. I'll be posting it out, as well, and sharing it on our social sites as well.
Well, thank you so much, Audrey. It's for having me.
Yeah, girl, thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and you guys, you take care, and thanks for tuning in, and be sure to visit that website, AAACG, that's AAACG.org. So become a member, make your donation, $20.20 or $200.20 or $2,000, whatever you're able to give. The association definitely appreciate your support. Okay, in the meantime, you go out and you make something awesome happen in your community. Thank you.
To appear on this or any of our web shows, contact studio at mwmg.tv. Studio at mwmg.tv.